Welcome back. This is the Pterodeck stage. This is IBC 2014. Is it 2014 this year? 2014?
2014, yeah.
And I am joined by my good friend and rather young top DP, Phil Arntz. Phil,
nice to be here.
Yeah, I mean, we know each other because you used to be on our team. Sadly, you floated off into more lucrative
I'll be
things.
back.
You'll be back.
I'll be back at some point, hopefully.
But, I mean, how old are you, Phil?
19.
19,
so,
okay,
now, yeah.
And 19, and you are shooting some pretty crazy stuff, having a lot of fun. Since the last time I've seen you, you've moved. Where do you live now?
Yeah, so about a year ago I was still in Amsterdam, living in Amsterdam, and then just traveling around, and then in, November last year we moved to Dubai, out to the desert.
A brave new world.
Yeah, completely new thing, new experiences for me, so it's been quite the journey. I've been there for like the last 10 months now. So,
why Dubai? What's the opportunity? Is there things to shoot there that you can't shoot here? I mean, obviously the things to shoot. But what are the things that you want to shoot out there?
So I guess Dubai has evolved as one of the places that, especially in sort of the extreme sports areas, they have they support amazing projects like whether it be skydiving, base jumps, motorsports, water sports, all that. And there's massive production values. There's a lot of money, obviously, as everyone knows, in Dubai, and we've had the chance to really create some really beautiful content over there, and sort of try and push the envelope a little bit in terms of what we can do with extreme sports and
and with some success. Like you were part of a team that worked on a really big project out there.
Yeah,
Can
correct.
You tell us a bit about that.
So there's a team out there, and the cool thing about it is the team is all really young people. I mean, I'm still the youngest. I'm 19. There's a guy said 21, 22, 23, and we've all had the opportunity to sort of try new things without boundaries. So we've just had the chance to show or to produce a video, which was a first, not a first actually, but they jumped off the pinnacle of the tallest building in the world. So it's like 830 meters.
Right. I mean, and you brought that video along with you for.
Yeah, we have the video here. I don't know if we can play it.
So this is the kind of cool. This is why you moved there. And this is the kind of cool stuff that you do. Right?
Yeah, correct. So this is.
Hang on.
I'm in Dubai 3 years ago, and I saw the tower. I was like, wow, this is the dream. It's the highest building in the world. We don't like to scare ourselves. It's not the goal. People think that you base jump because you're crazy. You like to get scared. But I mean, we like to fly. When we like to have fun. So if you are scared, if you scare yourself, there is no fun. Those jumps that we make happen, it's like the achievement of all those years of training and competing and friendship. It's all about making the dream come true here.
So Phil, I mean, you were part of the team. How many people were involved in that?
So this was quite a big production. So we had about 22 cameras. So a lot of camera operators, obviously director on top of the Burj Khalifa at the time, jumpers, producers, and then a lot of safety staff and operations managers from that produce the skydive.
And were you actually DPing it, or were you just? Were you
I had the chance to actually DP the whole thing, so
you had to pull that whole thing together, right?
Yeah, exactly. So about 5 days before, I went pretty much in every single tower in Dubai. So the cool thing is, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai is sort of centered in a little circle, and all around there's all these towers. So I had the chance to go on all the towers. Amazing. And look to find the right angle.
You're not afraid of heights, are you?
No, thankfully not. I've actually after this I've actually started skydiving by myself, so it was quite the inspirational thing.
Seriously?
Yeah, I now
okay.
I'm now a qualified solo skydiver actually. So
You add that to your list of many talents.
Crazy.
But this video, when you put it online.
Yeah.
It was posted online, and you got how many views?
I think we're like 7.5 million views now. So it was quite spectacular because it was picked up by news outlets all around the world. So it was funny because we shot this video and we edited it and brought it out within I think 2 days, and then I actually went home to Amsterdam and I could see it being played on the news, in Dutch.
Wow.
So it was quite amazing.
Just walk us through them. We're going to look at it. What?
So these are actually aerial shots that were shot quite a while before the jump. It's a very clear day in Dubai there, so it's not. It's
how are you shooting those aerials? What are they? Helicopter?
Yeah, this is from a
quadcopter.
Yeah, it's a helicopter, proper full-size helicopter with a gimbal on it.
Cineflex?
Yes, and it's just with a Canon 32-300. This is a Flex 4K shot on top of the building.
And these guys, they're wearing GoPros or something else?
Yeah, correct. These guys are wearing GoPros, so the 2.7K Hero 3 Plus. And this is just all epic footage. This is an epic.
And you did this to once, or is this actually multiple jumps?
So these are multiple jumps. This is not just one jump, and there's actually two types of jumps. This is a wingsuit jump where they fly around the building.
That shot there, when he goes past the helicopter.
Yeah,
I know the perspective, but it looks damn scary to me.
This is actually shot on a Canon 1200mm. So it's like one of 20 lenses in the world on a Red Dragon. So it's
those lenses
special.
are worth about $100,000, aren't they, or something like that?
Yeah, it's a nice lens actually. So. It's probably was one of the hardest jobs I've done ever tracking something.
Well, what I like about it is, you haven't overused the GoPro. There's GoPro shots, but you've, carefully selected a few, and then a lot of it is long lens stuff. Right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, we were debating what are we going to do in terms of flying. We thought maybe we can send someone down with the scatters with the red camera on the head, but it might be a bit. Believe it or not, there's guys who jump from from buildings and from planes with red epics on their heads, but. Seeing as this was such a difficult jump to do, like very technical, we thought might be stretching a little bit, and we'd rather be safe than sorry at the end.
Wow. Okay. So do you think extreme sports is that where you want to be? Is that your next?
I think I actually really enjoy extreme sports. I think the thing about extreme sports is visually it's very beautiful, and it's actually quite I would say easy to shoot, but you just need to have the right idea, and like it basically whatever they do, it's going to look amazing,
right?
But
yeah, but I have to say a lot of people would shoot that and not make it look as good as that.
Well, it's a team effort,
and it's not just the toys. It's not, it's being in the right. It's marking out your spots, like you said. You're going around for a week. You're looking at locations. You're looking at the light. You're figuring it all out. And then actually,
it's a lot of hard work, but I think with extreme sports, I think what I like about it and what I want to dive more into is extreme sports, but tell a story. There's so many videos like this one. It's a 2-minute video that's online, and it shows an event. But I think what's even cooler about this, and we have the footage and we're working on something, is the backstory of it. I think the interesting part is also, when did this project come around? It was 3 years ago that these guys decided, we might want to jump off this building. And then ever since then, did they think about it, start talking about permissions and all that. And then the weeks leading up to the jump, it was crazy. I mean, they had to construct a ramp to go on top of the building and all that. So
wow,
it's quite the effort. And I think this is what's cool about the potential to tell a proper story around it that people.
And the other stuff you're shooting,
to.
is it? I mean, this is it's all vision, it's a story told in pictures.
Yeah,
obviously.
Correct.
Is the other stuff you're shooting also like that, or do you have more narrative stuff? Do you have things with
right
interviews? How does that work? In Dubai, when presumably the English isn't the number one language either.
Yeah, I mean we have a lot of interviews for this project itself. For example, there's interviews with the guys that run the Burj Khalifa, the developers, and the guys who constructed the ramp and all that. So there's plenty of stuff there. In terms of language barrier, usually it's not a problem. People speak English there quite fluently. It's becoming more and more world language, of course, and even if they speak Arabic, we have people in the company that speak fluent Arabic that are Arabic directors from the UAE. So whatever we face, we can pretty much deal with it. So
okay, I'm gonna have to ask you. You're 19. You're in Dubai. You've got what most camera operators, DPs would think is a really quite nice gig. You're shooting amazing stuff.
Yeah.
You've got access to fantastic toys. How the hell did you get there? What is your advice if somebody wants to be? There's a 17-year-old kid in college who wants to be you. How did you get to be you?
I don't know. Just
that's useful. That's helpful.
I know it's very difficult to explain that because I really can't tell you how it happened. I think it was a lot of it was just actually coming out to these trade shows. I think that's one of the big things. You know, I went out to NAB.
I mean, you were helping us, you know.
Yeah. And the first time I went out to NAB was when I was 16, and I went actually with Zacuto. I went out there and we kind of like worked on their booth, took a few photos and all that. And that was the first time I made connections. You know, and it's a very slow start, and by no means do I think, you know, that I can't sit on my butt right now. You know, there's so much I still want to do.
But you haven't been to film school. Did you study film at all?
No, I didn't. I only had like general education in Germany. So you know, like I was sitting and doing English and geography and all that. So I never been to film school. And that was actually one of the things I have very supportive parents as well in this. And I thought, you know, I can either spend 2 years in film school right now and pay for that, a lot of money, or I can, or 3 or 4 years in film school. I don't know how long people go to film school. Or I thought I might just go to the practical film school and try and connect with people, you know, like you and the guys from News Shooter and other people you meet at trade shows and all that, and try and get on a job assist here, there, production assistant there. And I've just been lucky enough to be able to slip into a position, I guess, through a lot of hard work and also meeting the correct people that I've had.
I mean, do you regret not going to film school now, or do you? And would you possibly go again? And would you go in the future? Would you try and?
No, I don't think I'll ever go to film school because it's. I just realized how amazing it is to actually do something, and I've tried teaching things to people. For example, in Dubai, I've tried teaching people who come to the company, you know, the ways of doing things, but what you have to realize is you only learn things by actually doing it. It's like baptism by fire, you know, like you go out and you shoot, and if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. You know, better luck next time. But I think I think that's one of the biggest things, that you just try and try and try, and you fail a lot of times, and then, you know, you get successful once, and then you fail again and do it, you know, good again. So.
Well, I mean, I'm you know, we've been following your progress, and we're glad that you've managed to escape the News Shooter fold and do something more interesting instead.
I'll be back.
Okay, but thanks for coming on the show. If people want to see more of your work, where can they go?
Probably just my website, which is www.philarntz.com. And but I guess the biggest thing is just right now there's not much on there, not much new stuff on there. The last stuff on there is probably like a year old. But probably just my Twitter or Instagram, which is just my name, Phil Arntz. I think that's the
Arntz.
Arntz.
Not VANC.
Yeah, it's not Phil Vance like last year. I'm not Phil Vance, by the way, you know, just so you know.
That's it's a very in joke. But your credit last year on the Teradek show read Phil Vance. Right?
Correct.
Yeah, so that's your porn star name, basically.
Yeah, my porn star name.
Great. On that happy note, let's sign out of this segment. We'll be right back after a very short break with Sackler Tripods.